Hey Sagittarius, I hope y'all are doing well. This is going to be a general reading. This is a triggered series. I'll let you guys know what that is in just a second. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Now, this is called a triggered series because whatever comes out in this reading is only going to activate when it's triggered by another event. So I'll let you guys know what that's going to be when we get into the reading, okay? Sagittarius, we're just going to dive right in. Why not? Let's just dive right in here. Oh, Sagittarius. I do have a ton of exclusive content over on Patreon for those of you who might be interested. Details are down below. But let's begin here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's see what comes out for you guys. And what's going to trigger it? Okay. There's some fear here, it seems. And, because you got the moon showing up. This can be hidden things, the unknown, things that lurk below the surface, you know. It often shows up when something is either hidden, like kept a secret, you're fearful of something, or you're being called to listen to your intuition or emotion in a situation here. I think based on what I'm seeing after this, moon, you actually, all major arcana right here. But, you know, I think that based on what I'm seeing after the moon, I feel like this is a fear that you're feeling, but you're taking a leap anyway. You know, the Fool was showing up here. This is literally a card of taking a leap of faith on something new. You can see the sun in the background here. It's lighting the way for something new. And Wheel of Fortune is present here. I feel like once you start doing this, your fate shifts. I feel like you're going to start saying yes to things that scare you. Because Queen of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who's bold. She's fearless. She's assertive. She goes after what she wants. So whatever comes out in this reading is only going to activate when you start saying yes to things that might feel wild or crazy. And, you know, obviously I feel like these risks are going to be more calculated. You know, you're not going to go and gamble a bunch of money away. But I do feel like if you are feeling a little bit fearful when you're going out on a date with someone new. Maybe you've not been out on a date for a long time and you're like, maybe I should just cancel because, you know, my stomach feels strange. And those are actually just butterflies and it's normal. And, you know, so rather than listening to that feeling, you're just going to go. You're going to do it anyway, right? And I feel like it's going to bring you blessings. Wheel of Fortune is here. That's a Jupiter card. It's growth, expansion, good luck, good fortune. I truly feel that for a lot of you here, Sagittarius, you're just afraid because of the things that have happened in the past here. So let's figure out what we got going on. Yeah, you're saying yes to something that feels unfamiliar first and foremost, but it's also going to challenge certain belief systems that you've had, okay? And I think that's really what makes it so uncomfortable. It's not necessarily just about, oh, I don't know what the outcome will be. It's also about, wow, that really goes against what I thought before, right? The Emperor is showing up right here. This is Aries energy. This is someone who takes initiative. They take action. This is someone who's seen as a boss, a leader, an authority figure. This is someone who is very respected, highly admired. And I think that for a lot of you, that's an energy that you're going to see in yourself, right? And I think that's really powerful. I feel like a lot of you, you're going to feel much better about yourself when you start taking some risks, when you start saying yes to things that, you know, I don't know the outcome, but I'm feeling pulled towards it. I'm feeling drawn to it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to challenge myself. 5 of Wands energy. Some of you, someone may even challenge you. And, you know, rather than just kind of laying down, you're going to fight back, right? That's the energy that I feel here. Ace of Cups. And I feel like it's really cleansing for you. It's really healing for you. When it comes to the Ace of Cups, I feel like it brings in a new opportunity. The Hierophant is here, which can represent tradition, which could just be the things that you've always known. And maybe for some of you, that's why you've been stuck in a cycle, is because you've been going towards things that look familiar, feel familiar. So say, for example, the same type of person. Maybe Spirit's saying, hey, go towards this type of person instead. I know that you're drawn to this kind of individual, but maybe go towards this one, right? So I feel like the person that you're headed towards here, or that's headed towards you, is going to be different from your usual type with the Lover's energy present here. It could be a Gemini, could be a Taurus. I also feel like a lot of you are going to be breaking some rules. So I feel like this wild, unknown type of energy that you're getting here, that you're going to be going towards, people might not agree with it. People might not agree with it, but you know your heart, you know your soul, and you know what you're doing here. And that's all that matters. I feel like a lot of you are really having to trust yourself and trust your choices here. A lot of people may look at you like you're crazy, but it is what it is. And that's usually when you're doing something right. And when it comes to the Lovers, it does represent a turning point. It does often represent a connection or a commitment as well. So I do feel like this is surrounding a commitment of some sort. Some of you, this could be you committing to a job change, and you may have somebody in your ear like, what are you doing? You've been there for 16 years. Why would you leave that? Why would you leave that steady and predictable job? And you're like, well, they're not really giving me what I deserve there. And they're like, yeah, but that's safe, and you know you won't lose it, and blah, blah, blah. Why would you start a business when you know that business could go under tomorrow? So could the one that you're working for. I mean, come on now, right? And I feel like that's the energy that you're in. Anything can happen. Like, I'm not going to just play it safe. Right? So that's the energy that I feel a lot of you in, is that you're getting out on the field. You're not on the sidelines judging like people around you are. Ooh-wee. Yeah, and I knew there was a reason that energy came up, because I really do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to see some people kind of discourage, sabotage, things of that nature. You do have the Three of Wands here, calling so-and-so saying, did you see what Sagittarius did? Did you see what Sagittarius posted? Did you know that Sagittarius quit that job and they took that job instead? Blah, blah, blah. And that's your business. And that's your business. That's not their change to make, right? So Eight of Pentacles energy showing, and they're not doing anything. They're not making any changes. So let's get that out of the way right now, you know? There's a saying, and I may butcher it, but it's something to the effect of, you're never going to be judged by somebody who is doing better than you. So just keep that in mind, because I feel like a lot of you, you're going to be signing contracts, you're going to be having successful connections, commitments, and there are people who are like, I don't like that. And it's just because you're doing something different, and they're not used to seeing you do that. They're used to seeing you put others first. They're not used to seeing you go after things that you want. So Page of Wands is showing up right here. This is you moving into this adventurous energy, and I love that for you. Some of you could have a fire sign coming towards you here. Six of Cups. Now, I will say this is a card of the past, but I really feel more like this is you putting the past to rest. This is Sun and Scorpio energy when the Six of Cups shows up. Now, if this showed up with like a Wheel of Fortune or something of that nature, I'd say sure, maybe you're going back to the past, but I really don't feel that way. I feel like you're ready to branch out, explore new options, new territory, new adventures. And, you know, when it comes to that Six of Cups energy being Sun and Scorpio, Scorpio rules like that death energy, those endings and those new beginnings and things of that nature. It's transformative, right? And the Sun is new beginnings. So it's like you're burning away the past to bring about brighter days. There's a death to the past here. That's the energy that I feel. Now, I will say, some of you are going to get a message from the past here, from a Scorpio or a fire sign here. Some of you, it's a Libra. But again, I really feel like you've put that to rest. You've made peace with everything that's happened there, everything that's gone down. And I feel like you're ready for these new beginnings. So start saying yes, Sagittarius. Even if it's unfamiliar, say yes, okay? Now, I will say, again, calculated risks, right? So if you know something sounds dumb, that's different. But if it just sounds a little scary, a little unfamiliar, yeah, why resist it, you know? I think the universe is going to reward you. You're going to start getting blessed, you know, once you put yourself out there, take some risks, do some new things here. So that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be. Don't forget that I am reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. You're more than welcome to check out your other signs if you are interested, of course. You could also check me out on Patreon or Instagram, and my email is down below for anyone who's interested in personals. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time.